And let's go. Limbus Company. Save. How about you? Reload you. I might do some nuzlock as well. This time I won't fuck up. I'll pull up Limbus Company as well. Oh, it got reorganized. That's fucking why. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and this is saved from last time. Okay. Let's get in it. I moved the rocks down by one because they didn't seem like it was worth it. So they didn't seem good because they're based on egos rather than anything. And they're more so useful for this fucker here, which I read and I was like, oh, I see. Yeah, we're starting off with Slash. Tier 1. Let's open all of them up. We're starting with a Scalpel. Really? Okay. Effect applies only to number 4 deployed identity. That's pretty specific. That probably means it's better, is it Number 4 and 5. Okay. Identity with slash attack skills. Turn in. Identity with slash attack skills. Gain number of slash attack skills they have. Haste next turn. E.g. Identity with slash 1, slash 2, and slash 3 gain 3 haste next turn. EO skills and counters do not count. Identity with slash skills gain +1 number of slash skills they have next turn. +1 plus number of... So if you have 3... If you have... So it would be +1 to each of them. So instead, S1 would be, so you would get, so you just get +3 more if you had all 3. So you'd be 6 haste. This is kind of, maybe even trashed here? Only 4 and 5 too? Yeah, that's kind of actually trash. Deceptive Accord only affects the only to number 5 deployed identity. If there is a 3+ speed difference between this unit and the enemy targeted by this unit, deal 50% more damage with its slash skills. Number 5 and 6. If there's a 2. Ooh, a 20% more damage? I mean, only to 2 units. But it's for all damage and you only need to be 2 faster. 20% more damage? Yeah, that's kind of bad actually. If it was to more units, then it would be pretty good. Scissors. Overused whetstone doesn't seem to be here, so I'll ignore that for now. Effects only apply to number 6 deployed identities. Slash skills, except eco skills, with 2 minus coins, gain +1 clash power and deal 10% more damage. Single coin skill gains +1 coin power and deal 20% more damage instead. 4 and... That is... Why 4 and 6? I don't know who this is useful for. I actually do not know. Okay, there might be an ID who has slash attacks that also has minus coins that this would be useful on. But single coin as well? I mean, it's clash power though. At least D. This could be useful in someone, but it's still not that worth. Maybe even, maybe F tier. It might be F tier. It's hard to say because of how it just seems very bad. Very situational. What is it taking? Okay, good. I was just making sure. Yep. Oh wait, where am I? Okay. Next one, resolution. All allies with 2 or more skills for this encounter gain +1 clash power on the first turn. Gain plus. Oh, okay. And gain 1 haste and +1 cash power starting from the second turn. She Association faction identities, HP gets capped to 75% of the max HP. In return, takes 50% less damage and receive 50% reduced heal. Oh. Okay. Ooh, wait, that's a lot of damage, but only on she? Also, why the fuck change from Clash Power to Final Power? Why? Isn't Final Power bad? I can't actually look at it right now, so I don't really know. You wouldn't want to upgrade it then, because its base version is just better. All allies too, and they gain haste and Clash Power. I mean, that's pretty good. Although, hang on. For this encounter, gain on the first turn and gain 1 from the second turn. I'm guessing from the second turn onwards, they always have it. Maybe if it's only for 2 turns, then it goes down. But if it's for every single turn, then that's pretty good. Maybe B tier, but I'm gonna do a safe C tier. Effects apply only to number 3 and number 4 deployed identities. Unopposed slash skills deal 10% more damage. Clash win skills deal plus 40% remaining coins to percent more damage. Oh, 40 divided by number of remaining coins. $40 divided by 2? So what, like, theoretically that would be like a weird, really weird number, I would imagine. Hang on. Let's say it's 40 divided by 2. 20? 20% more damage? On Clash Win? Unopposed slot. But that's unopposed though, so you wouldn't get that effect. And it's only to 3 and 4, so 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you deal 12%, and now it's 50. So instead of it being like, let's say you had 2 coins, you would have 20 damage. It could be, say, 25, a little bit better. I mean, ideally you'd want like 3 coins, because then it gets bumped up, right? Hang on. No, wait, why did it go downwards? 3 divided by 50. Maybe not. Wait. Oh, wait, is it better if you have... If you have less coins, they're better. It benefits characters who have less coins overall, but that's to 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it's pretty free damage. Pretty free damage. I'll put it at a C because it's varying depending on the skills you use. You'd want to use it on stuff with low coin amounts. Alright. Old Dopo Robe. Encounter start activates when there are 3 or more blade lineage identities. All allies deal 50% more slash damage. Okay. Blade lineage identities skills gain +1 coin power. Single coin skill gains +3. Okay. Blade lineage mental assault only. Yield my flesh skill minus 12 clash power to claim their bone skill deals 50% more damage. Ow. Ow. Oh, that's fucked. That is... Oof. Just Whoa. Can I find... Hang on, I need to go find this fucking thing. Because apparently it's not in this other thing. Slash... Huh? It's not here either. Okay. Weird. Zydex is not on. Who's a Limbus Web? Is Vamp on? Oh, man. Oh my god. Actually, I kind of need tissues right now. Snipping tool. Let's see if he answers. Fine. Ego gift lists. Or is it like an event only and for some reason it's in the wrong spot? Maybe? That seemed very odd. Because it's marked as slash, but it's not in slash. Unless if it's been changed from not slash. Thank you, Google. So that fixes that. That's fine. Just... I need the name of this freaking ego gift. Okay, I guess I'll have to look it up. Deemed ego gifts. Not here either. Oh, ragged bamboo hat. Oh, it's poised, not... Okay. I found it. Encounter start activates when there are 3 or more blade lineage identities. Hang on, actually, if it's under poise, let me check if it's here under poise too. Ah, it is. Okay, so it's just marked incorrectly. Encounter start activates when there are 3 or more blade lineage identities. All that was straight up. Okay, blade lineage identities. If an ally has poise, crit rate is fixed at 100%. Okay. Inflicts 1 point tap. Oh my fucking god! Why? Why? Just why? Dreaming sheep. After defeating an enemy, by using envy affinity or slash damage skills, gain 2 slash power up for the next 2 turns. Envy absolute resonance? Isn't Blade Lineage's whole thing like pride? That's kind of meh. Sublimity. If that's how you... Yeah, sublimity? Encounter start activates when there are 3 or more Kurikomo. Okay. All allies get slash power up and deal 30%. Okay. When a Kurikomo clan identity deals damage for the first time, inflict an additional 4 bleed potency and 4 bleed count once per turn. That's pretty good. And you get more. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Wait, slash power up. How much damage does it give? Final power by effect count for 1 turn. But that's a turn starting the game too. So wait, it goes positive. And they get slash. Okay, what the fuck? Red tassel. If the target has 1.5 or lower slash resistance times 1.5 or lower slash resistance plus 0.3. Is that a good thing or... Hang on, I can actually check. Dietchi, you... 0.5. So you want it closer to 1. No? Fails 2 times. Oh, so if they have 1 or 0.5, they get +3, which would basically put them at 1 if they're at 0.5, which would make them normal. Or it'd put them to 2 if they're at 1. Well, no, they would put them like halfway between 2. I mean, that's okay. Sundered memory. Effectively place the number 3 deployed identity. Slash attack skills, except ego skills, get +1 power, slash power 1 fighter power. For slash attack skills with -2 coins, gain +3 fighter power and deal 20% more damage instead. If less than 50% HP, gain slash power damage up next turn. That's actually all slash attacks, but only on the 3rd identity. That is... So that seems like a Kurikumo one. That is pretty fucking mid, not gonna lie. Can't even upgrade it actually, maybe? You know what, yeah, it's fucking trash. Because, like, you have to be below 50% for the slash damage up, which is good, yeah. You get clash power and final power, which is good. But the secondary effect is useless. It only applies to one person, which, mind you, there could be a person who very much benefits from it. But it just seems too specific. Like, it's good on, like, one character for some reason or another. Oh, wait. I mixed them up. This one is unbending, this one's sublimity. Counter start activates when there are 3 or more Blade Lineage identities. Turn start, all allies gain slash power up and deal 30%. Okay. Turn start, when Blade Lineage identities hits critical, identity hits critically, deal additional pride damage equal to pride potency on self. Or poise potency on self. Deal an additional pride damage equal to poise potency? That's kind of fucking nuts. And more slash damage on a team that does all slashing? Yes, please. What the fuck? That's a lot of damage too. Nail. If this unit has 2+ pierce skills, gain pierce damage at turn start. Yeah, this... It's kind of fucking trash. I mean, more damage. But like 2 identities too, it's kind of... And only a damage up? 2 identities, they get 2 damage ups. It's like, what? There's way more useful stuff to fuse that into. Nebulizer is up the top, do not worry. Nebulizer is S tier, as it should be. Right there. Okay. Once a blessing. Effects apply only to number 6 deployed identity. When hitting an enemy with a pierce skill, gain haste and pierce damage up next turn, once per turn. When defeating an enemy with the said skill, get an additional haste. 5 and 6. Haste, I mean, D. It's a little bit better, but it's not that good. After defeating an enemy by using Pride Affinity or Pierce damage skill, doesn't need to be Pride, it could just be Pierce. Gain 2 Pierce power for the next 2 turns after defeating an enemy. That is... meh. Yeah, that's kind of F. You get tier list? Yeah. Ego gift tier list, yes. I've got a... Sound of a Star. Sound of a Star. Hang on, is that the sinking one? Oh, Distant Star. For this ally that uses the attack system, inflict sinking potency or count 3 times or more during this account inflicts 1 additional sink potency. It only increases the amount of potency, and that's it. Just 1 additional sinking, which is like, yeah, fine, but there's like way better options. And it only applies to 2 units, so it's like... Because like there's a... what's a good example? Skeleton Crumbs? No. There's gotta be one here that's decent. Red Order? No. Trying to find one, hang on. Grandeur? Oh yeah, here's an example. Grandeur, right? Grandeur's up here. When dealing damage with an attack that inflicts sinking potency or count against targets with +10 sinking, potency or count, or potency plus count, inflict 2 sinking potency and 2 sinking count after the attack. 2 per turn per identity. That's just free sinking and potency for at least 2 identities. And you get even more, and the effect applies to the first, second, and third identity as well. And it just gives you free count and stuff, right? Midwinter Nightmare. When hitting or dealing HP damage to an enemy with a skill, inflict 3. The skill was Gluttony. Let me just go check something real quick. Thinking. Gluttony is green. Now, mind you, I don't have all the best. I don't have Wild Hunt yet, but with a team that's mostly got Edgar family units, none of them have Gluttony at all. What the fuck do you mean? It won't pop. The second effect will not pop. The only usefulness, the only way it's useful is on a team that doesn't do sinking. Like, it's useful on other teams, yeah, but on a specific sinking team, depends. If I'm thinking about all Gluttony, right, or all attacks, it's only 3 potency at that too. If it was potency and count, I'd probably put it higher. But it's only potency, which means you have to have a good count unit as well with it. Or you'd have to have a good... You would also have to have another sinking ego gift to make it better, and it can't be upgraded. I don't know, it seems pretty bad to me. When you could get, say, like Broken Compass, which seems way better. Way better. Yeah, but 3 potency is like, yeah, you could count is way better than potency by technicality. Potency is like, yeah, it's good, but like you won't count more than potency. At least that's what my thinking. Stick in the mud. When hitting an enemy with pierce skill, gluttony, and fitness skill, inflict 2 defense down. It's fine. Defense down, yeah, you kill shit quicker. And it's with every pierce skill. You can make stuff faster, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily good. Gonna move higher. No. I have to fuck with. It's at least C tier. I don't know. It doesn't seem that good to me. I don't think it's that good. Potency is potency, but like, could be count. It could have like, if it had +1 count, it would be C. Maybe even B, because then everyone would get count. But no, it just has potency, which is like meh, meh, meh. Pierce skills gain +1 power. Skills that consume ammo deal +40 divided by number of coins more damage. If this unit is out of ammo, gain 2 ammo at the start of next turn. Once per identity. I wish it wasn't once per identity. Oh no, wait, once per identity. At turn start? Doesn't this just give it infinite ammo? Sounds kind of fucking nutty. I don't, actually, okay. Does it apply constantly? Because if it applies constantly, like if that last effect applies every single turn, then that would make like Heathcliff, who runs out of ammo pretty quickly when he's using his other skills, pretty fucking good, right? I mean, I always get this on runs that I'm not using bullet shit on, but I could imagine this being like really fucking good in a bullet team. If its effect works like how I think it does. That's a free 2 shots to... Well, for Heathcliff, he only has 1 shot, so it's better on him than everyone else, because everyone else has multi-shots and can't reload. But it's at least 2 shots on everyone, on at least 1 skill on every character. Which is nice, but I wouldn't say... Skills that consume ammo deal more damage, percentile more damage, and it gains clash power. This could be a B to A, depending on that third effect. I'm gonna lowball it. No. Cause, yeah, I don't know. That third effect seems pretty good, but I'm not exactly sure on it. Alright. Key branch. Wait, can this actually hang on? Can it be upgraded? Oh yeah, I already checked the upgrade, never mind. Effects. Effects only apply to number 3, number 4. In a clash, +1 clash power. Pierce skill deal 20% more damage. In an unopposed attack, pierce skills deal 10% more damage. That's just free damage. B? 3 damage for Pierce. It's percentile. I'll put it in sim. It's every Pierce skill though. Alright. This tier 4. Punctured memory. Effectively applies the number 3 deployed identity. Pierce attack skills, except ego skills, gain 2 clash power and deal 50% more damage. Okay. When winning a clash with a Pierce attack skill, deal plus 2.5 number of clashes plus the remaining coins divided by more damage. Oh, sorry, no, percentage more damage. Max 35%. Okay. So 15 plus 35. That's 50% damage if you get both effects somehow. If the unit dealt 15 plus HP damage by winning a clash, this skills this turn gain 4 pierce. Win more. That clash power into more damage is pretty good. Only on the 3rd identity though. I feel like an A tier. Like it's really good. But on 1 ID though, don't think so. No. No. Ah, shit. Not a fucking another skill I have to go fucking find now. And where is it? I'm looking for Pierce. I'm looking for Pierce. I'm looking for Pierce. Oh, it's no wait. Is that bash? Oh, sorry. I'm up to bash now. Whoops. Barrel curse. Effect applies to number 6 deployed identity. When winning a clash with a blunt skill, gain haste. Next turn, 2 times max. Turn end. If this unit failed to deal any damage to the enemy this turn, gain 3 haste next turn instead. Okay. When you it's upgraded is effect apply number only to number 4, number 6. Gain haste and blunt. Max of 2. 2 times max, sorry. More damage. Only to 2 units though. And haste? Haste is a bit odd. No, actually, I don't think so. It doesn't seem that good. Alright, compression bandage. Effects apply only to number 5 deployed identity. When hitting an enemy with a blunt skill, deal 3 bonus blunt damage. Gleam Infinity attack skills heal an additional 3 HP as well. I mean, the healing's nice, but 3 to 7 bonus step blunt damage. Okay, the healing though, on Gloom specifically. Do I even have a blunt team? Where's my blunt rotation team? No, you're up here. Oh, you got blunts. No. Well, actually, hang on. Rupture. Yeah, because it's done. No, she's slash. What? She's not blunt. Slash. Slap. Who the fuck did you want? Who the fuck would you want to use this with then? Oh, Flaying Surge. There's one blunt scale that does gloom. And Weight of Knowledge also is a blunt gloom scale. Oh wait, hang on. Nope, slash. And I'm guessing most of this is slash. Yep. And this is Pierce. Yeah. What about you? I mean, you have one. Blunt, blunt. One purple blunt on skill 1. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem that good. There is not a lot of that. That is kind of fucking trash. Effects apply to 3 and 4 entities. If there are 2 remaining coins after clash, using a blunt skill, deal 10% more damage. If there are 3 remaining coins, deal 20% more damage. If there are 4 remaining coins, deal 40% more damage. Fuck. So basically, the better the blunt damage, the more damage you do. Number 3. That's a lot of damage. That's pretty good. I'll put it B tier because I don't know if there's a good blunt. A 4 skill. But even if it's like 3 skill, 25% damage can't be scoffed at. Kinda. And it's with all blunts. On 3, 4, 5 deployed identities. So that's kinda nice. I think. Maybe not B because it's raw damage. Damage is damage. Oh, that's B. It is a high percentage. And if you get all 3 coins through, that's basically a free 20% more damage on your attack, which could stagger. But, yeah, you know what? I think that's good. Yeah. After defeating an enemy with using a sloth affinity or a blunt skill, so blunt skills in general, use what you want. After defeating an enemy, gain the unit's blunt final power until next turn. Ugh. Trash. When hitting an enemy with a blunt skill or pride affinity skill, inflict 2 fixed SP damage on target. Allies with less than 0 SP deal 10% more damage. Allies with less than 0 deal 25% more damage? On everyone? When hitting an enemy with blunt skills, with a blunt skill or pride affinity skill, deal 5 SP. That's pretty good. Just 5 SP for free. Removed from the enemy. I think that's pretty fine. Turn start. Units with a blunt attack gain offense level up. Units with 2 blunt attacks gain offense level up and blunt damage up. Instead, the more damage of blunt skills based on the effects count for 1 turn, max 10. Potency for 1 turn. Units with +2 blunt skills that use minus coins, gain 2-2. Let's damage it up. If you have 2 more. It doesn't seem good. More damage is nice, but. Oh wait, let's see the upgrade. Units with blunt attack skills gain 2 offensive up and 1 blunt up. Gain the. No, if I'm being fair, it at least gives you a lot more than the other one. Effects only applied at number 3, deployed identity. Why? Blunt attack skills gain, plus number of coins divided by 3 clash power. Okay. So what if that's 2 divided by 3? I guess it'd be, wait, does this say round it up? Each citizen town, round it up. Okay, so it'd be 1 if you have 2. If you have 3, then it'll be 1. If you have 1, then it's still be 1. Blunt attack skills gain plus number of coins divided by 3. Am I doing something wrong in there? Why does it sound like you're only getting 1 clash power? It feels like you should be able to get more than that. Plus coins gain additional +1 coin power, minus coins gain a -1 coin power. Okay. If in this encounter this unit lost even a single coin clash using a blunt skill, upgrade the above effect to the following. Blunt skill attack skills gain plus number of coins divided by 2 clash power. Poise coins gain 2. Okay. If this unit used the blunt attack skill with 3+ coins this turn, gain 4 blunt. Why? 1 identity? Okay, I might be wrong with the division though. I'll be fair and put it at C only because that division doesn't sound good. Like, it sounds like it's meant to be giving you a lot more benefits, but it doesn't. It just sounds like you get like a minimum like 1 or 2 coin power or clash power, which is like, oh man. Is it good? No, not really. I don't think it. It doesn't sound good. I'm going based off like the gut with most of these, and that doesn't sound good. And these ones, I kind of know. Nurgle Hammer. When an ally wins a clash using a skill that inflicts bleed, potency, count, or unique bleed, inflict 1 to 2 nows. Now, the secondary effects is basically ignored at this point. Ignorable. 1 to 2 nows is only useful on Yisag. On a bleed team, this is kind of fucking D tier. I would not pick this. Maybe I would put it in F tier. Let me think. Would I think it's F tier? I need to remember what nows do. Mmm. Gain 1 bleed. Gain 1 bleed and increase the count by 1. Wait, nails is bad? What? I didn't know nails divided by half. What the fuck? When using a gluttony affinity skill, accept ego skills against an enemy, inflict 2 maggots. Take gluttony damage by the count, then lower it by 1. Bleed count plus 1. Okay, just free bleed on target. If the said skill applies bleed potency or count or unique bleed, inflict 3 maggots instead. Oh, this only applies to gluttony though. Sounds fine. It's free gluttony damage. It would be good if there was more gluttony damage bleed. But currently I don't think there's a lot of that. So I think C2 is fine. Squalidity? When an ally attacks an enemy that has bleed with a skill that inflicts bleed potency, count, or unique bleed, deal 50% more damage against the target. If the target has 33% HP, 33% or less HP, I think. No, not less or less, it's just minus. Oh, 33% minus HP, inflict plus 25% more damage. I mean, if they're at 33%, they're gonna fucking die anyways. But dealing 15% more damage on a team that does all bleed, or on a team that usually does bleed, it's pretty okay. But it's really just a win more. I think it's fine, kinda. 50% more damage, and then the 25% would just kill him, really, at that point. I don't even need to look at the wind cloud. Now this one, the White Gossipum. The level 1 version is bad, but if there is if there are staggered enemies, unstaggered enemies, then inflict 12 plus stagger level times 6 bleed potency and 12 plus stagger level times 6 offense and defense level down on them. Activates once per enemy per encounter. Does not activate against certain enemies that do not recover from stagger. I have heard this thing explodes units. Potentially, let's say they're at stagger level 1, right? That's 12 plus 1, 13 times 6. That's a lot of bleed potency. Now it does unstagger enemies, but I think the benefit of having it at max level is for the offense level down and defense level down. It goes to the max cap the game has on those things, I'm pretty sure. I think it's a solid C tier, maybe. I've heard, I haven't used the upgraded version a lot, but I've heard that it can be, like, it makes specifically bleed teams that do all bleed just fucking explode enemies. And technically, you want your enemies to roll a coin. You want your enemies to roll their coins to get the bleed potency, or to use the bleed potency. So really, and because you're hitting them, you're getting more bleed potency on them with the effect. Yeah, no, that's actually kind of fucking A tier. No, really? Because bleed, you want them to attack you. Is it really A tier though? Let me think about that. Yeah, I think it's actually pretty fucking good now that it's got that upgrade. And the base version is fine because like most bleed teams benefit from the enemy being unstaggered. There are situations where it can be bad, but I think, and also you lose the damage of them not being staggered. But if you have good bleed potency building and good bleed potency count building, this thing is fucking insane. Especially count. You really need count with that. But Wound Cleric exists, so it doesn't really matter. Wound Cleric exists, you can get it at the start of every single fucking run. Gypsum just works. Gypsum just works with Cleric perfectly. Actually, that's funny enough. Because of the fact that it increases count and stuff. What's next? Knife. I think this is pretty good. Based off my memory. Oh, I've got something stuck in my throat. Hang on. Alright. When inflicting bleed potency or unique bleed with skill effects against non-staggered enemies, inflict 1 bleed potency count. The unit, if the skill affinity was lost, inflict 3 bleed and potency and 1 bleed count instead. Hang on. I have a bleed team. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, no, that is getting it. That's getting that third effect off sometimes. I mean, with Gypsum as well, that would be pretty good. 1 bleed and 1 count is pretty fine. I mean, it's adding 1 to your bleed potency and giving you. I mean, you do. Okay, if you only have bleed potency, this gives you a free count with that potency, which is good. Now let's see. Inflicts 3 bleed potency and 1 bleed count. So does that increase from? Yeah, increase from 1 to 3. Like, if you use loss, it goes from 3 to 2 count. Okay, it's not insane. But I think, does give you pretty free count. The current bleed meta does use a lot of lust. Because I do think I have a meta team. They're very. Alright, happy birthday. Happy birthday, I forgot to mention that. Alright. Contaminated Needle. The following flex applies to the first skill to deal damage to an enemy. Inflict damage dealt divided by 3 bleed potency. That's only to the first skill to deal damage to an enemy, huh? Okay, hang on. Say 30 divided by 3. That's 10 bleed potency. I I mean, with how high damage dealt is nowadays. See. Bloody Mists. Smoking Wires, Rusty Muzzle, and Devotion. This gift activates when 5 or more identities have attack skills that apply bleed potency count or unique bleed, except ego. Allies inflict double the bleed potency and count with skill effects. Fucking sold. One ally with the fastest speed inflicts fastest speed skill. One ally with the fastest speed of skills that inflict bleed potency count or unique bleed plus 2 count coin power. Comma. Damage dealt 100%. What the fuck? If the enemy attacked by or clashed with the said ally dies, inflict the remaining bleed potency on an enemy randomly between all enemies. For focus encounter parts, plus 1 coin power to all skills that inflict bleed potency count or unique bleed. Now coin power, oh, I can't actually read it. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's kind of fucking stupid, not gonna lie. 2-4 skill, my fucking Jesus. This. Or this. Allies inflict 2 times bleed potency with skill effects. Or 2.5 times. Now, if you at minimum, oh, it was 2.5 times bleed potency with skill effects. So let's look at Dawn here. How much bleed? 2, 2, 2, 3. So what, she's inflicting 4? Or 5 bleed? Can use bleed and lose 3 speed. I mean, it makes them slower. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty B tier. It's pretty mid. Pretty okay. God, alright. Knife. Fractured Blade. During this encounter, when inflicting bleed potency or unique bleed for the first time against an enemy with an attack skill effect, inflict a 2 additional count once per enemy. Once per encounter. Yuck. Character may clear identities when inflicting damage against an enemy for the first time. Inflict additional 4+4. Only one time 4+4 is kinda fucking mid. Not gonna lie. In fact, if you don't have a Kurokuma clan, that's fucking trash. But because Kurokuma clan is coming back, Kurokuma clan might be viable. I'm gonna put it at a C. It's only the first damage though. Did they gain any benefits from shipping bleed? Double the crit rate. Oh, she has poise, right? Deplete, 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 deplete. Okay. If the attack has less than 4 bleed count, use coin 1 or 2 an additional time. The skill. They don't even gain benefits from fucking. What is this fucking trash? Please save. If this target has 7 plus bleed, if the target has 7 plus clash power, okay. Clash power. Oh, if the target has 7 plus bleed, inflict attack power down, okay. If the target has 7 plus bleed, clash power. If the target has 7 plus bleed, coin power. Inflict offense down, offense down. Oh, okay. So it's only really good on the captain and maybe the 2 newer identities. Little and to be naughty plushie. Deal 10% damage against enemies that bleed. A combo start. Take minus 10. 20% damage from enemies with bleed at combat start. Allies with Pride Affinity. Attack scales to Pride. How much? Is that for Kurma Clan? Kinda. They have a little bit of pride. On a meta bleed team? There's 2 that have pride, but that's about it. I mean, 10% more damage, can't be upgraded. Pretty mediocre. No other benefits either? You want it to be more lust than anything. Alright, time for the final tremors that I've kind of missed, I think. Oscillating Bracelet. When hitting an enemy with a skill that inflicts tremor potency, next turn. When hitting an enemy with a skill, inflict 1 tremor potency next turn. If the skill affinity was Wrath, inflict 2. No, you want more. Oh, okay, having high potency is good. But it doesn't have a lot of support there. I think, yeah, I can't see the ID, but there is also, oh no, there it is, Mola Otis, who also has a Wrath skill. Outside of that, not really anyone else. Right, yeah. No. Yeah, kinda. I wanna say detail. Fuck, I did it. Hang on. Oh, why's my... It must be the voice. Hmm. What was it? Oh no. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe it's my voice that scares people off. Hit the button. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get back to it. Alright, this tier 4 downpour. Turnstile inflict current turn count times 2. Tremor count, tremor potency, and plus 2 tremor count on all. Wait, turn count times 2 plus 2 count on all enemies, or turn in trigger tremor burst on all enemies. Huh? Just free tremor burst, alright. Okay. Doesn't sound too bad. Maybe it causes issues. But what the fuck? After hitting a non-target enemy by using a gluttony affinity skill, or inflicting tremor potency. After hitting a non-target enemy by using gluttony affinity skill, or inflicting tremor potency using skill effects, randomly inflict a total of 4 tremor potency between all enemies. So that could theoretically be like 1 to everyone, or 4 to a single part. And it has to be non-stack. I don't know, it seems kind of meh. Because it's 4 in total. A total of 4. Well, actually, it can be upgraded. A total of 8. It's still random though, and it's only a total of 8. I don't feel like that's too good. Oil Gunk Spatter. Blunt skills do 10% more damage. Final coin of blunt skills inflict 2 tremor potency on hit. Once per turn? I'll use Y as a reference. 1 tremor, 4 tremor. To be fair, you do want a lot of potency, and most tremor skills are blunt, most of them. So I think that's pretty C tier. You can't upgrade it though, that is... I would have put it a B, but you can't upgrade it, so it's pretty meh. It's pretty meh tier, I think. Reverberation, turn in, inflict bind to all enemies. To bind to all enemies. With 10 plus potency. Plus 10 tremor potency, okay. If the target has 20 tremor potency, apply 2 blind and paralyze it instead. Oh wait, that can be upgraded? With 5 potency? If they have 10, you get 4 defense down? So it's easy to hit if it's upgraded. Bind is good. Defense level down on an enemy that you're already gonna stagger because of tremor is kind of useless, actually. I can see that being a good beat here though. Paralyze is pretty good. Getting some for pretty free. Paralyze sounds pretty good. Inflict 1 fragile this turn to enemies affected by tremor burst. Activates once. Inflict 1 fragile to enemies turn. Raise the stagger threshold by tremor potency on target. Inflict 2 This turn and next turn to enemies affected by Tremor Burst. Well, does it lose 1 per turn? Take more damage on skills based on the count for the next turn. I mean, okay. If it degrades by 1 per turn, the turn you pop burst, let's say you do it with the first move, then all moves afterwards can do fragile. Or you could pop it constantly and have enough good count, tremor count, to restore it, basically fucking blowing them up. Which fragile would help you with killing them, because it makes them weaker, right? And Tremor Burst does... Well, Tremor Burst also deals damage on Sloth, I think it is? So, putting Fragile on them also makes them weaker? I'll put it in a B2 because I'm not exactly sure. Alright, Coupled Oscillation. Encounter start. This gift activates when 5 more identities have skills that apply Tremor. So first of all, this seems like a very specific Tremor. Team 1. First turn, start of the wave. Invoke 5 Tremor and 5 Tremor Tremor count to all enemies. Start of the first turn, start of a wave. Apply 5 Tremor potency and 2 fragile this turn, and next turn to enemies affected by Tremor Burst. Activates once per attack skill that triggers Tremor Burst. So only once. More fragile though, and it applies potency back to the burst you just did. So it's technically pretty good. After triggering 3 Tremor Bursts to a target, stagger the target at the next turn start and add a new stagger threshold at 66, 30%, and 67% and 33% marks of the current. Okay. When triggering amplitude conversion or amplitude entanglement, inflict 1 fragile. So you get more fragile. You start the fight with Tremor and Tremor count, which I'm sure is pretty good. And you add more stagger thresholds. So let's say you run through like one of them, or like even then, like it pops. Oh, so once you do, so let's say you're fighting a boss, right? And you do 3 Tremor Bursts, and it's not staggered. It staggers it, and then adds new stagger thresholds. And to be fair, you do want to do amplitude conversion and entanglement, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it seems pretty A tier though. Like, it's good. It applies, the potency on Tremor Burst is pretty good though, I think. And the fragile with it too. Because that fragile will go down by 1. And you're kind of encouraged to do 3 Tremor Bursts. And the thing is, if you do 3 Tremor Bursts, stagger next turn, do damage, next turn, they unstagger, you do another 3, they just get staggered again. You don't even need the secondary effect of it. You'd only want to do this. Well, once per encounter actually, never mind. Because there's no, yeah, okay, so there's no thingy, so it is a 1, so never mind, once per encounter. Huh. So you'd only be able to use that effect once, so maybe, so never mind. On a boss, at least. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of handicapped in a lot of ways. Like, it could be a lot more fucking stupid for tier 4. But I feel like it's missing some things here that maybe I'm not getting. Maybe the fragile really is that good, but I don't think it's... But I don't think it's S tier. I don't think so. Clock. Nixie Divergence. First turn start of an encounter. Inflict 4 potency and tremor counts all enemies or all enemy parts. When hitting an enemy with envy skill, inflict 2 tremor and potency on target. Envy. Envy. Oh, she has envy. No! I clicked the wrong button! Oh, I'll wait for that. It's kind of mid. Melted Eyeball. Inflict 5/5 next turn against enemies with 3 times per turn? I think... Now here comes the annoying part. I think I pressed this button, keywordless. Here we go. Turn in, convert convert one most owned random ego resource into least owned random ego source. Into one least owned regular. 1 to 1. You're only getting 1. One ego source is fucking nothing. Well, okay. There are some egos that only need 1 of a certain thingy. Let me think. But the thing is, it's like, you got this thing. It's like... But okay, let's say you don't have the wick, right? You can only get this, thing. Yeah, it's kind of mid, not gonna lie. Crown. It is a tier 3. Impose weight. If there are no other allies remaining at turn end, consume 5% of the remaining HP. Next turn to gain 2 attack power up. Does that activate 25% HP? If the student has 50% HP, gain 3 attack power instead. So at 50, you gain 50 at 50% or lower. Does minus here mean or lower? Because like if you're at 25%, do you still gain the if unit has 50% HP? Or do you need to be exactly at 50 for that effect? And that seems very... Still attack power up, pretty mid. This is a tier 2. Made to order. Effect that applies only to number 3 identity. Encounters start gain 3 tremor count. On self? Turn start gain protection, damage up, and power up. Protection is good. Damage up is meh. But on 1 ID though? Actually, you know what? It's kind of trash. Tremor count could be good on a tremor team maybe, but even then... Actually, okay. No, because that makes it sound like on your identity. I'll put a D tier. Want to choose? Gain 3 sinking count. Now this, some IDs do want that sinking count, I believe. Now it's only on identity 2. Deployed identity 2. But I think it's still worth it because at least with syncing, there is a benefit in some cases with some units. Now, you would probably have to shuffle the order of your units. But let's say you had Wild Hunt Heathcliff, or let's say you had Shower Heathcliff in this case. You would want that effect on him, I'm pretty sure, because that would make his sanity go down, which is good. It's what you would want. And she's only 3. Then reduce the count by 1. Actually, it's a opponent count. It's count. So technically, so it would give you 1 potency, 3 count. So you take 1 SP damage. And you'd have to, well, okay, it's the start of a match. There's a likelihood that you would lose that fight anyways. Especially if you're using a minus character. Although minus character does work in a high environment, so. I'll put it mid tier because at least there are possible ways this could work on a sinking team. But at the same time, I could also see it in D tier. I'll put it there. No. There's not a lot of situations I could see it being useful because of its... Okay. Blood Red Mane. Effect applies to all identities with Wrath or Lust affinity attack skills. Wrath or Lust being red or orange. So that could be like a lot of IDs. Turn in. If this unit did not take any damage from enemy skills this turn, gain 2 haste and 2 defense power up. Nice. Turn in. If this unit did take damage from an enemy this turn, gains 2 bind and 2 clash power. So the haste is nice. Defense power up is meh. But taking damage though, so like if you lose, then yeah, you're slower. But that clash power though? 2 clash power? I mean, it's a benefit whether you win or lose. If you win, it's haste. If you lose, it's clash power. I don't think it's that bad. It doesn't seem that bad. Wholeness. I do not know this one. Nuggle and Hammer scriptures plus Squalidity. If the ally wins a clash using a skill that inflicts bleed, inflict 2 to 3 nails. Okay. And gain fanatics. And deal 25% more damage against targets with bleed. Oh, okay. Activate a special effect when there are 5 identities from NCorp. NCorp identities gain final power, plus coin power, minus coin power, and attack skills inflict plus 1 more nails. If an NCorp identity is at max SP at start turn, gain damage up. That's just good if you're running an NCorp team. Now, NCorp team
okay, there is a possibility somewhere in the future we get more N-Corps, and they are better than the ones we currently have. So this has the potential to be even better. And technically speaking, so like Heathcliff is good, Grip is good, Sinclair's good. I think those are the only three that are really, really good out of all of them. The rest are kind of meh at best, I think. If you're not using N-Corp, it's kind of useless. I'll put it at A because it's very specific team building you would have to do. It's not S tier because it's not a generalized version, I guess, is a way to put it. I've never seen that. Okay. Interesting. So I was just reading something. Okay. Smash Branch. With this encounter, the following effect activates every time skill 1, 2, and 3 are all used at least once. Gain haste and base power up. Can stack up to 3 times. What's base power? Raises the base power of skills by the effects count. Oh. Ooh. 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 Wait. That's kind of good. So for example, Enough is Enough on Lamachala Dawn would go from a 3 to a 6. Plus 4? A 6 plus 4? I need to learn how this maths out, by the way, because... What's the times 3 at the end there? Oh no, oh right, that's the amount you have of it. Right, that's not... 6 plus 4 plus... No, it's 6 plus 4 times 2. 14? 6 plus 4 times 2? 11. So it goes from 11 to 14 as an example. Let's, okay, hang on. 8 plus 4 times 3. A 20 on her skill 3? That's not even including the fact that she gets more clash power and coin power. Ew. Hang on. So it's 20. She can have a max of plus 2 coin power. Hang on. Yeah, no, that seems kind of fucking dumb. I'm using it as an example, but base power up sounds fucking stupid as an effect. For this encounter, the following effect activates every time skill 1, 2, and 3 are all used at least once. So hang on, okay, hang on. I need to double check if I'm reading that right.
Am I reading this right? So, if I use my S1, S2, S3 once in the fight at any at least once for all of them, I gain base power up. Yeah? Not in one turn. I need confirmation on at least this, because that could probably shove it up to an maybe A tier probably. Cause that effect seems fucking crazy powerful on literally like everything. Where do you get that? Actually, Falling Flowers shop. Man, that would be such a good get. Holy. That would turn a run into a funny run. Oh my lord. Alright, well, I went for an answer. So it's tier 3, actually. Kaleidoscope. Turn-start. Units accompanied by other identities from the same faction as themselves gain offense level up, equal to the number of identities from the same faction, max 4. Identities from Technology Liberation Alliance gain plus 1 clash power. See, I mean, it's good if you're doing like specific class beating teams, but man. Tier 2. Let's have a look. I'm looking for broken glasses. When an ally clashes against an enemy with faster speed, gain plus 1 clash power. When an ally wins a clash against an enemy with faster speed, gain 2 level offense level up next turn, max 4. That's pretty neat. That's pretty good. Wow, I haven't actually put that one on the list. Lithograph. Whenever an enemy is staggered, the ally with the least HP heals 5% of max HP. If said ally has gluttony affinity skill, if the said ally has gluttony affinity skills instead 10, no upgrades. Percentile heal though? Well, hang on. Just okay, no. Wait, is that at any point? Yeah, lithograph is just. Okay, it is healing, so I will put it a B, but it ain't that good. That does not seem that good at all, at all. It is still healing, not that good healing though. Chief Butler's Secret Arts. First turn, Sound of the Wave. Select one enemy with a slow speed or random enemy and inflict 5 bind for 5 turns, starting next turn. Okay. That's right, if this unit's speed is faster than the target's, heal SP equal to the speed difference and gain offense level up equal to half that speed difference. Only applies to skills used to win. Max defense level gain is 3. So, offense level up. Just defense level up. And it... Okay, it makes one enemy really, really slow and gives you a bunch of buffs.
So you're incentivized to clash with that one person. To be fair, anyone can hit that person at any point. In chain battles, it's not that good, but in specific, in like Petula battles, or say, abnormalities. Yeah, it's fine, I would guess. Handheld mirror. First turn, start on away, select 2 enemies with the slowest speed, or 2 random abnormality parts. The effect does not stack if the enemy is singular. Okay. Inflict 5 bind and defense of it at the start of the turn. Ooh, okay. 2 times per counter if the ally staggers an enemy with an attack. Or tremor count. Randomly inflict tremor potency equals half the tremor. Ooh, between other enemies. And double the tremor potency on the staggered target. Okay, hang on. Its tremor effect is good, but that first effect just doesn't seem to go anywhere with the second effect. Like, you've got them bound, but you don't get any benefit from them being bound. It just gives you more tremor, which is good. It could be better. I feel like for a fusion, especially with merits, where did I put tactile? Well, tactile's in B, and that's in C. Yeah, it's just, nah, it's just not that good. Hang on. Is that the effect of tactile? Did I just misread tactile? Hang on. Third of the tremor potency. Well, T. No, it's technically a better effect version of tactile. The doubling effect is good. And it applies good tremor across the team. Okay. There is consideration. Resets the stagger. It inflicts potency to all other enemies and doubles the potency on the stagger target you're hitting already. Okay. The secondary effect is good. Maybe even really good. Because if you got a tremor team, you can gain that secondary benefit really, really easily. And really, that's the only thing you'd want it for, is the secondary effect. Because the first effect is kind of fucking useless, whilst the second effect is like really, really good. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of convinced now. That second effect is just really good. Hang on.
Oh man. Dipping Tenga Marinade. This unit's speed is faster than the target's. Gain +3 plus speed divided by 3 clash power. Max of 3. So 3 clash power. I mean, that's pretty good. Not as good as the other chicken based ones though, sadly. Sharp needle and thread. Each turn, the first skill to deal damage to an enemy deals bonus fixed damage by half the damage dealt. Bonus damage, and it's about half of what. So like, if you have 30 damage, it's about like 20. That's okay. That's pretty good. Pretty okay. Tier 2, Twinkling Scrap. When an ally with a shield is hit by an enemy, reflect 3 fixed damage. Does not reflect damage. You know what? 3 fixed damage? Yeah, no. If it was like percentage based on their attack, then yeah, that would be way higher, but no, it is trash. Sad plushie. Deal plus absolute value of SP divided by 1.5% more damage, minimum 0%. When an ally with plus coin skills recovers from a stagger, fully heal SP, does not. For an ally with all minus coin skills, gain paralyzed. Wait. Is paralyzed good on minus coins? I never thought about that. So let's say you're at 45. That'd be divided by 1.5. 45 divided by 1.5 equals 30% more damage? Just straight up? And if they're staggered, they just get full SP for free? Damn! That's actually fucking pretty good. And the thing is if you're winning, it's just free damage, too. And it can be used to craft the Jolly Plushie, so... I'm sure the Jolly Plushie is fucking insane then. If it is on this list, which is not. Because that effect seems crazy. For both positive and negative. Tier 2. Looking for a Black Ledger. First turn, start on a counter. Gain a random ego source equal to the number of enemies. Gain random ego resources equal to the number of enemies. If there are 4 or more Blade Lineage or Kurama Clan identities participating in this counter, gain ego resources for the least own ego affinity instead. Okay. So instead of it being random, it could go to your most or your least. It just goes to your least. And like, most fights nowadays have 6. Most current day fights, not including the special one, have 6. So that's like 6 resources to potentially random. I'll say it's pretty mid. Is it better than... No, actually, I'll put that to D. And with that, it's a B. Oh, wait, I missed a slash. Hang on. Apparently it's a tier 3? Rusted Hilt. At turn start, all eyes gain slash power up. Blending Energy and Chemical Clan gain slash power up. 2 slash power up. It's pretty mediocre. It's good for Kurikoma Clan. I struggle. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Deal 10% damage to staggered enemies. If the skill affinity was lost, deal 20%. On a bleed team, currently, that's really good. Dealing 50% more damage, and like on any team, 30% more damage is, I think, if you have sloth, yeah. Dealing more damage to staggered is always nice. I think it's pretty okay. I think that's okay. What does those hands do? Perversion. After defeating one or more enemies using an attack skill, gain +1 ego resource of that attack skill's affinity at the next turn start. If the attack skill's affinity was Wrath, gain +1 resource of all affinities the ally has at the next turn. The ally has. Oh, okay. So it benefits Wrath skills specifically? Hmm. +1. To be fair, you need to defeat an enemy, which is always a pretty meh. It is ego resources though, and technically for a specific, it could help. For specific teams, it could also help a lot. I don't think it's too good per se, in my opinion. Of like, if a skill has 3 or say 3 or 2 attack rate, that technically is 20 to 30% more damage, or like no, so like it would be what? Yeah, 20, 35% more damage. When activating Gloom, Absolute Resonance. Now, I think it stays in C. If you have an attack weight unit, you're using it. That last effect though, ain't gonna happen and is not really useful. You would want to use it for its damage up. That's about it. But I think the damage up is pretty good, because especially on attack weight, that just ends up doing more damage to a lot more units. When a skill with 2+ attack weight, when using a skill that a skill with 2 attack weight, increased damage with 20. When hitting an enemy with a skill with 2 attack weight or Gloom affinity skill, heal 20% of damage dealt. Has healing. Mind you, it's going to be Gloom specifically. But there's a couple things in this game that have 2 attack weight, and 20% damage is pretty good. If you could get that healing effect, that's pretty good. I don't think there's a lot of 2 attack weight Gloom skills in the game. Well, actually, there's egos. It affects egos. Healing on an ego? And but it's only on yourself though. I'll keep it at B. I think. Tier 1, Late Bloomer's Tattoo. When hitting an enemy with a single skill coin or a Pride Affinity skill, gain 2 offense up and 2 defense up. That is kinda trash. There's not a lot of 1 skill things in this game, but sometimes there is. I mean, there might be a lot of defense skills that have a lot of pride, but I don't think it's that good. Offense level up and defense level up is like meh. And there's not a lot of single coins you wouldn't want to use either. I don't think that's great.
Prodigious. First turn, start of an encounter. The ally with least HP feels 50% of max HP. Good. When activating Pride Resonance, the ally with the least HP heals 12.5% of the missing HP at combat start. On a Pride team, that's pretty fucking good. Outside of a Pride team, it's not that good. In both scenarios, I think it's B. It could be an A tier if it wasn't Pride Absolute Resonance. That would be 100% for Poise team. Because Poise, I believe, is currently the most Pride Resonance. So, yeah. Turn start, deal 3 fixed enemy damage to all enemies. Okay. Inflict 1 power down to enemies with 32% less of HP. Trash. Garbo. Camilla. At the start of a non-focus encounter, all enemies take fixed damage equal to 20% of the max HP. At the start of a non-focus encounter, all enemies take 30% of max HP. I mean, it basically just a free damage from at the very beginning of a fight. I won't put it any higher than C because I don't think it makes a fight faster. Does it help you win a fight? Or like, does it help your team become really good? No, not really. Now this, +1 every turn. B or A. It's kind of slow. But +1 for everything, even ones you don't have, is good. It means you can use egos pretty consistently, no matter what they are, what your team is, or what your team has. Illusionary Hunt. First encounter, start. Apply 2 damage up to all allies. For tier 3. For tier 3, that's kind of fucking trash. I feel like that's kind of trash. And for a specific encounter too, encounter type, that ain't it, chief. Turn start, +1 gain 1 ego resource of random affinity for each non-gluttony ego skill used last turn. If a gluttony affinity ego skill was used, gain 3 ego resources. So for a gluttony team, this just gives you a bunch of ego resources. But on an ego though? On an non-gluttony ego skill. It's kind of mad. Well, I mean, it gives +1 to everything, so it could technically semi-fuel a gluttony ego. Any ego that uses gluttony. But I feel like that's kind of meh. And even then, like, yeah, I don't know. This doesn't sound too good. So start, gain 1 ego resource of a random affinity that does not correspond to any attack skill affinity used last turn. Okay. If a lost affinity attack skill was used last turn, gain 1 of every affinity resource that does not correspond to any attack skill affinity used last turn. Oh, okay. So it does your least amount. See, that's good for a specific Lust team. Because then, like, you get everything else you want. But outside of that, let's say you have like a generalized team. It fills the gaps. Well, it only gives you 1. So if you use a lust, and let's say you use other things, it only gives you 1. I guess the same could be said for the tier 3, the disfragment as well. Oh, for each gluttony, gain resource of a random affinity. It's not targeted though. Yeah, no, that's C. If it was targeted towards your lowest, then that would be a B or A, but it's not. It just goes to your highest, random. Enemies targeted by taking skill damage also receive fixed damage by 33% of the max HP. And are afflicted with 2 fragile. What the fuck? Basically, if you stagger them, they blow up and then they get fragile. That's pretty fucking good. Oh hey, now you take more damage. Take more damage. On top of getting 33% of your HP blown up. What the fuck? That might actually be A tier. 33% seems like a lot. Especially when you're in, like, say you're at first stagger. Actually, that might be S tier. I'm not exactly sure. I'll leave it in A tier, actually. Tier 3, chair. Grand welcome. Encounter start. Gain +5 pride ego resonance. Whenever an enemy dies, gain 2 pride ego resources and 1 ego resource of 2 random. If you're running a pride team, it is fine. In fact, if you're running pride egos, it's good. It's really good. No, though. I think that might be used for King of Binds, which, you know, obviously is fucking amazing. But it's kinda mid on anything else. To start, when dealing damage with an attack skill for the first time, deal half of its damage as fixed damage to a random enemy. If the attack skill is last, deal said damage to 2 random enemies instead. Basically a weighted attack, but at half the power? Turn start. You know what? I'm gonna go B. Because there's a chance that it could be a lust skill and you get that doubled. So let's say it's 30, then it'd be half, and let's say that's 15 or 20, whichever. Right. Then let's say it was a lust skill. So you're doing 20 damage to 2 enemies. So technically you just did 30 plus 2 20s, which is 40. You did 70 damage. If you're doing, say, no lust skill on one enemy, that's still 20-ish damage on top, so that'd be 50. And it's fixed too? Wait, that's kind of good because it's fixed. That means it can't be modified. Well, okay, no, because what if they have a good defense, like resistance? Then the attack damage is low, and then... Well, no, it doesn't matter, okay. Ignoring resistances, right, which would lower the amount of damage you do. I'm not thinking of resistances here. I don't know how they how it takes that into account, actually. Healing! Turn start, second allies heal by 12% of the max HP and gain protection. That is good. Not A tier, it's good. Cause it saves units who die. Coin. It's the coin. Now, if the first single coin attack skill that an ally uses during the combat phase doesn't defeat any enemies, use the skill one more time. After defeating an enemy, by using sloth or single coin skill, ally gains final power for the next turn. Now this is good on, say, Heathcliff, full stop Heathcliff. There are some things that might be able to use this as well. Can be very helpful on, say, weaker IDs who have 1 coins that aren't full stop Heathcliff. It's pretty good. I would say it's mediocre. You get to reuse a single coin skill against an enemy. It deals extra damage, probably procs its effect again. That's pretty good. Actually, you know what? Because it gets to proc its effect twice, I'm gonna move it up to B tier at the very minimum. Because it doesn't say it can't proc the effect. It just re-rolls the coin, basically. Which is good. Vicious Hammer. After winning a combat encounter, gain 3 costs for each enemy defeated. So cost would be the resources used to upgrade and fuse and buy shit. There's 6 enemies, so you're probably getting like, let's just throw a number out there, 20 cost. I mean, it's... If you get it, you're happy, I guess. You're not crying about it. Gain 20 plus 20% cost after winning an encounter. Not affected by starter buffs or other ego gifts. Now, yes, because it is percentile. Plus 20%. Whatever you earn is amazing. Well, it seems actually 20%. Well, it depends on how percentages are seen, right? Can I look at a percentage in here? Ah. I don't know how to check. I don't know how to check that. That sounds good to me. It's percentile. It could increase. Let's say you get like 100. 20% of 100 is probably quite a bit. I'll say B at least, maybe. Maybe it's A tier. Getting more cost is good because then you get to fuse more and you get to buy more. Yeah, you know what? So, just being able to buy more is good. Upon clearing full boss, gain 80 plus number of identities participating in a counter times 5 additional cost. $80 plus 6, so 86 times 5. That's a lot of cost. I think that's a fucking... Well, floor boss though. It stacks up over time, but you don't get its you don't get the benefits of that cost until the next checkpoint. So you would get like 100 on top of whatever you got from the floor boss through. I think it's a B. Faith. After using a plus coin skill, fully heal the allies' SP at this. Yes! Free SP heal? Damn! Holy moly, yes! Piece of relationship. Upon acquisition, all identities gain 5 levels. I've never used this. I can assume that getting levels is good. Maybe. Because it increases rolls, defenses, attack damage, on everything. Yeah, I'll put it there. Well, it's levels. Yeah, but levels increase rolls. And damage. Turn starts. Select one of the fastest allies and apply 5 haste to them next turn. Next turn starts. Select one of the other fastest allies without the effect and reapply the gift to them. Swaps between 2 people and just gives people haste, which is good in some scenarios. Last one. Non-disclosure agreement. Turn start. A random ally deals 10% damage. Turn start. Random ally deals 10% damage. The ally deals 10% damage every time it hits with a skill. Yeah. The ally deals 10% damage every time it hits with a skill and deals HP damage to an enemy. Max of 40 plus 40 damage. Additional 10% damage every time it hits with a skill. If the ally takes HP damage, the gift expires. At the start of the next turn, apply the gift to another random ally. So the more coins you have, the better? I think is what I'm getting from that. And it just increases your damage by a bunch? I feel like that's a pretty good A tier. Alright, there we go, I think. Now I'm gonna probably double check a couple of these tier 4s I put up here. Like the poise one, for example. I didn't double check that one. Increases all crit damage multiplier. The crit hit consumed, poise count. The other gains 10 defense level up. Okay. Wait, that can be upgraded. I mean, increasing the crit hit damage is pretty fucking good, not gonna lie. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna eat and change to the game. Okay. Let's level some of these guys up. I could drop Fang Heart for Leo. Depends. Inflict sinking equal to insight. Ooh, I could lower the stagger threshold by, let's say, 3. Or I stick with Fang Heart. No. I think I'm gonna drop Fang Heart. He's not as adaptable as the Etchy is, I think. So I've got 2 tanks now, at the very least. That means I can probably do this as well. I'm attacked. Inflict 1 minute to random enemy. At 30 SP, inflict 1 bird with attack fixed skills. I don't know out of those 3 who I'd want to level up first. Money.
우리는 야심가도 탐욕가도 아니며 그저 그를 사랑했던 아이에 불과했지.
We were neither high flyers nor greedy vultures. We were merely children who loved technology.
처음으로
Do you remember
우리가
the day
숨을 쉰다고
when we
느꼈던
first
그날을
felt that
기억하오.
we were breathing?
그때는 말일세
Back then,
그 숨만으로도
that breath alone
충분했었어.
would suffice.
아님 유독
Or perhaps
그날만
it was the air that was
공기가
exceptionally
맑았구나.
clear that day.
Is that better than me using my voice modulator? My voice mod? I wonder. Like if I want to do voices, would it be better to turn off my voice mod? Or should I since this is Dante, it should be fine to have it on still. The view is obscured by smoke and dust. Different screams, hopeless outcries, pain moans, and the sound of hard objects breaking create a cacophony.
시계를 돌려야 할 시간이요.
It is time to turn the clock.
I can hear you sighing. The only conscious sinner at the moment must up his remaining strength to speak. The others are dismembered on the floor among dismembered corpses like powerless puppets. Their injuries were left by an abnormality. Yet we were in the middle of a nest. Weren't abnormalities supposed to be confined to lobotomy corpse branch facilities or dungeons? Meanwhile, the abnormality pierced your sayings, admin, as I wondered. I know one else to share this question with.
어디를 가는 건가요?
Where are we going this time? Listeners seem to grow quite accustomed to this work.
As if we were on a road trip. Some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination. That's not quite right. The right question is... I just realized. Hang on. So if I turn this off...
Hello? Hello. Okay, so it does still work.
Just want to check. That's not quite right. Not quite the right question. This mission begins with that person rather than a place.
사람이라 하였소?
A person, you say?
의뢰인이 계시거든요.
We happen to have a client.
그건 저희가 해결사 사무소처럼 외부로부터 의뢰까지 받는다는.
You mean we take requests from outside, like with a fixed office or something? Oh, have that carriage begun to be frequented by requests already? An excellent day. It may take little time to become a renowned. It may take little time at all to become a renowned fixer.
질문에 대한 대답은 내가 한다.
Quiet. I'll be answering the questions.
너희도 알다시피
As you all
황금
know,
가젤이라는
the golden
존재는
bars are
비교적 최근에
relatively recent
발견된
discovery.
개념이다. 다행스럽게도
Fortunately,
일전에
Jacob
거쳐온
and
제2산업
Decop
D사는
didn't have much
황금 가젤에
interest when we
특별한
visited
관심을
their
두지
districts.
않았어. 그래서 뒷골목에
That is why
잡혀들어
those
설렁거리거나
facilities were
변변치
populated by
않은
no more
것들이
than
조직을 만들어
backstreet miscreants
점령하곤
or
했지.
ragtag syndicates.
하지만
However, there are wings
일찌감치
that have caught wind
황금
of their
가지의 존재를
excellence and
눈치채기도
value.
한 날개가
Early,
있지.
at K-Corp,
지금
whose
우리가
turf we're
있는
in right now.
K사처럼
하지만 K사에 있었던 황금 과제는 우리가 이미 얻은 거 아니었어?
I thought we'd already taken the golden bow here in Keiko's nest.
하나의 날개에 하나의 황금 가지만 존재한다고
I never
함정.
said that there was
없는
any
것
rules that
같은데.
say only one bow may exist in the district.
로보토미 지분은
The
우리의
distribution of the Bottom
생각보다
Corp's branch
복잡하다.
facilities is more
말
complicated than you'd
그대로
expect.
가지처럼 곳곳에
They can be found
뻗어있지.
everywhere, spread quite literally like tree branches.
저희 집
Like how the one,
지하실과
how
연결되어
one
있던
was
것처럼
connected to our
말이죠.
state's basement.
황금 가지에 대한 소유권은 아직까지 명확히
there
정의된
also
바가 없다.
haven't been any clear definitions about who owns the bows. The bows.
그렇기 때문에
Which is why everyone's
황금
been
가지를
playing
최초로
by
발견한
the permanent
자에게
rule, the
소유권이 넘어간다
first fighters of
하는
a bow
원시적인
bow
규칙을
are its
적용하고 있을
keepers.
뿐이고
뭐 잠들어 있는 보물은 원래 먼저 찜한 사람이 가지는 거니까.
Oh, that's how it usually goes with submarine treasures.
그래서
In that case, are you telling us that we've accepted the request to earn ownership of a golden bow?
정확히는 그쪽에서 거래를
To
제안해 온
be
거지.
exact, they made the offer first.
우리로서는
It's
황금
a
가지가
golden
걸려
bows
있는
on the line. We
의뢰인이
have
네, 없었겠네요.
No choice, I get it now.
그러니
thus.
이 얘기를 언제까지
I don't know
반복해야
how many
할지
times I have to remind you
모르겠지만
of this.
의뢰인에게
But don't
밉보일
do not do
행동은
anything to
하지
aggravate the
말도록.
client.
By the way,
그럼
now then, keep your mouth shut until you're here, as usual. Ignored. Ignored. Yeah, ignored. Lol. Sorry, I was just testing some things. I never actually checked that. Just checking if I'm annoying people with something. I'm doing it in the background.
단테 씨가 무언가를 말하는 것 같았어요.
Dante seem to have something to say. Thank you, Faust.
미안하게 됐습니다. 딴테.
Sorry about that,
째깍거리는
Dante.
것에
Have you
일일이
heard
반응해
have you-
준다는 게
I hope you understand that it's
여간
quite
익숙한
cumbersome to
일은
go used to the
아니니까
concept that
말입니다.
the ticking of a clock can be something to respond to. You know. I just hear tick tick tick. I just go, time flies, huh?
So what are golden bows used for anyways? When I think about it, all we were told was a vague order to collect them, and nothing about what the company plans to do with them. Smart man.
그가
They're asking about the purpose of the golden bows.
드디어 반출하는 것을 하는 겁니까?
I see
관리자
you
딴테.
finally began to ruminate on
회사의
subjects,
행보에
Mother Dante,
호기심을
Manager
다
Dante.
가지시다니.
Here you are, growing curious about the company's plans.
그렇다면 이
Then I ought to aid
길잡이도
your management as a
친절한
guide by
설명을 통해 관리를
providing
도와야만 하겠군요.
kind explanation.
황금 가지라는
golden
건
bows.
말 그대로
Yeah, branches,
가지입니다.
as the name suggests.
줄기에서
what we call
뻗어나가고자
stems
하는
growing from a
부분이
of a
있다면
tree.
그것을
These ones happen to have
가지라고
golden
부르죠.
bows.
오!
Fuck you, Vigilius. Radio shrugs at me as if to chaff me for expecting a real answer.
길이 막혔어.
But
돌아가야 해.
the road is blocked. Should I go around?
막다른 길이
What?
이상한데요.
Strange, that's
더군다나
that there's a blocked road. This is the middle of K-Corp.
생길 일이 있어.
Middle of K-Corp's nest, too. It's unlikely that there's a scene. Before Isra could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her.
방금
Lynn just got flung on the bus and bunked off. That was the person, wasn't it?
40대 초반으로
Male individual who appeared in his early 40s. There seems to be a serious injury in his
죽어 있었다.
occipital region. He had already died before the impact.
단순한 소동은 아닌 듯하군.
Yeah, sure doesn't seem like the average scuffle.
내려
Pit stop.
해결할 수 있는
If it's
문제라면
a problem you can handle,
해결한
come
후
back after you're
다시
done.
돌아
그럴 수 있는 문제가 아니라면
해결이
The
될
clock will have to
때까지
spin until the thing
끊임없이
shelf.
시계가
That's one only way to tell us to go die 1,000 deaths. Now then,
하차.
off the bus.
왜?
What? When are you about the same thing anyways? Saves you the trouble.
기대되네요.
I can't.
이번엔
Oh, wait.
또 어떤 모험이
I just
우리를
can't
기다리고
wait. What
있을까요?
adventures are in store for us this time? Mmm.
Ugh. Alright. I'm going to have to take this fight very serious.
라만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
What's that noise?
버스 너머로 봤다시피 이곳은 둥지 한복판입니다. 예상치 못한 소동과는 거리가 제일 멀어야 할 장소죠.
I As you saw through the bus, we're in the middle of Ness, a place that should be the furthest from unexpected trouble.
아, 그렇다는 건 진기한 소동이라는 뜻인가요?
Would that mean this is a precious commotion?
Everyone except drowsy Honglu was tense up, carefully observing what was going on. Is that? Someone was running our way in a hurry from the other side. The student who was too hurried to look ahead, they bumped into the sinner and fell to the ground. Don't go that way. Come now, you may rest easy. We have gathered here to save innocent lives, such as yours. But we are no such things as serious, so please don't say anything unnecessary. Wait, we need to cross here. If you're here to stop us for nothing, I'll give you a test of that. Look at Heathcliff's intimidating face and Ishmael's frowned expression in turn. The civilians seem to take a moment to consider which would be more of a threat. Something ahead. Something that should be real. I don't know what it was. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone was screaming and running, and then people rolling on the floor set on fire. Did the entity you witness have a form that does not resemble a human? Yeah, you're right. That's right. And if it isn't a person, keeping the suspected possibilities in our minds, we headed for the center of disturbance. What's going on here? It could be a distortion or what, I know, like the chicken place? No, that's different. That one is an abnormality, not a distortion. I'm sure of this somehow. I start to suggest that entity is likely to be an abnormality. Our manager is able to sense it. And this is when he starts being able to tell the difference. But then why is an abnormality in the middle of the nest? It's a phenomenon of which Faust has never been notified. Most lobotomy court facilities were shut down as soon as the wing was dissolved. I was reminded of the site burial Yuri told us about, but I quickly shook off the glimmering memories. Even if an abnormality did break out, in the meantime, there should have been a report informing us of such a fact before this mission. It's hard to imagine that the LCC would have been unable to notice if such an event actually occurred.
저기 있는 사람들은 K사 쪽에서 파견된 직원들일까요?
Could they be security staff that gets sent by K-Corp?
Well, suppressing the abnormality, they're just getting completely wrecked. Still takes me back to the time when we got beat bad in D-Corp's district. Oh, come on, first time that chicken restaurant guy goes cuckoo, and now this? I'm really over this kind of Ness and Ness K welcome. Alright, as they complain, not here. Debris created by the rampaging abnormality narrowly gazed past us. Huh. How are you doing? Just watching from here won't do us any of us any good. It'll cross us all to the pub. You're greatly mistaken. Have that insane brat's daily ramblings finally managed to brainwash you? Hey, huh? I really do don't understand me, but the insisting that sound bit. Hang on. Oink? The guard only instructed us to return once the commotion has been dealt with. He never ordered us to deal with it ourselves. For goodness sake, what's there to be so damn obtuse about? Did you see what just happened? It almost blew my head off. Who knows what else will happen if it keeps up? It's be over if we just beat the damn thing down. What else do we got? Parking a seat to keep watching gobbling... Parking a seat to keep watching goblins of chicken, huh? There's no need to waste our lives on fights unrelated to our mission. I'm sure you filth didn't even realize it, but here's the thing. The more you die, the less efficient you become in battle. Experience a certain pain will make you learn to fear and avoid it. People
People are dying over there as we speak, though.
Although it would cost much time and many lives, they will eventually suppress it just as we did. Now I must say, I didn't expect a whining amateur who'd cry for his parents when he died to willingly suggest self-sacrifice. whining amateur who'd cry for his parents whenever he died. Sinclair! Buddy, how many times have you died at this point in the story? Probably a couple.
이제 죽는 것 따위는 우스운가 보지?
Death has become a triviality to you, has it?
수감자들 사이에서
If we must make the best decision between the sinners, it's right to listen to her. We're not fixers, and we certainly cannot be heroes. Turning the clock obviously hurts whenever I do it, and the pain is something I can never get used to. And yet, we should suppress it. I can't logically explain why, but I feel like we should. I'd have crushed that clock and ran out there if you go with some rubbish, clockface. If that's your decision, I'll buy it. Yeah, alright.
잘한 선택일 거야.
I'm sure you made the right call.
그렇게 판단해 주셔서 감사해요.
Thank you for making this decision.
별것도 아닌 일에 쓸.
You worry too much over little things, Cluck. You weren't being an artist. This judgment was made for none other than you, executive. For none other than you, executive manager. The sentence walked ahead after leaving me comments. While all the others moved forward, Faust remained and gave me a peculiar stare. What is it? You think my judgment was inefficient? No, I just thought it would be interesting to see how you react once you reclaimed your memory. Faust's strange statement held me in place for a moment, but I decided I want to deal with the questions that are immediately ahead of me first. Is he suggesting we were a bad person? Kinda? Yeah, okay. Fast, I've been wondering for a while. Are you really okay with being treated like this, considering your talent and everything? Someone of her caliber should have no problem enjoying the luxurious life in sea. Faust doesn't mind. Additionally, talent feels like the incorrect word to describe Faust. Many can possess talent, but Faust does not want to be included in the many. For instance, if we were looking for talented individual, the most commonly agreed definition, that would be Usain. For your information, I'm a genius. Usain stops walking behind the other sinners and turns around and faces me. Looking again, his eyes actually stare into the emptiness behind me. Oh wait, I'm clicking the wrong things.
I am no such individual.
날개짓을
I have
멈춘지
long
오래요.
stopped fluttering my wings.
그러니
Thus, it would
재능을
be
논하는
of no
것은
use to
무용한 짓일 테요.
discuss my talent,
관리자.
manager.
Curiously enough, I find that some sinners feel more distant as we spend more time together.
전 날아다니는 기계는
What's the flying machine? It's been irking me. Got the urge to sit
대십생을
for the 3000th time.
저건 드론이라 불리는 것이요.
That is a device called a drone.
아, 어쩌면 K사에서 저희를 도와주기 위해
Oh, they might be combat drones K-Corp sent to help us. The wing seems to be above average in terms of technology. No, viewing its design, it doesn't appear to be equipped with combat functionalities. It also has a camera at the center.
뭐
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense to get a close look at all the mess happening in a well-off nest. Abash, it's my mum, bud. Ooh, will we be featured in a thing called the news? Will we be featured in the thing called the news?
그런데 이 드론들 왜?
Wait, something's off. Why,
왜 시체랑 죽어가는 사람들만 찍고 있는 거예요?
why are they only filming corpses of dying people?
뭐 자극적인 쪽으로 시선이 몰린다.
Well, it's provocative stuff. That draws more attention, doesn't it? Look at the terror incident, see how morbid it is, or something like that.
Bye.
잠깐 꼬맹이.
Oh, look, get it in front of you.
아무리 봐도 이상하잖아요.
This is definitely weird.
Sinclair!
왜 저를 계속 찍고 있는 건데요?
Look at this thing. Why does it have its camera glued to me?
난 혼 없는 관객은 좋아하지 않아.
I don't appreciate soulless audience.
적지 않다. 그리고 이 드론
There is a considerable number of these drones. A number of them, and these drones. They appear to be deliberately preventing us from entering the area where the anomaly is.
우리가
Can't be, but we're here to help, so they would have no reason to get in. Are we right? Now the drones have started lining up and formed a wall as if to stop us from proceeding any further. Greetings, citizens. Please keep 10 meters of distance for your own safety. K-Cup staff has been dispatched. Your safety is assured. Please keep 10 minutes of distance. And look, your staff is being sorted over there. Can't you see? Greetings, citizens. Ah, their instructions make no sense. What difference is 10 minutes going to make in this mess?
쓸데없는 짓거리야. 보장이 났단.
No, if they're malfunctioning or just badly designed, but we have to get rid of all of these before we can get to abnormality. Time to kill some bots.
교전 시작합니다. 한 번에 끝낸다. 교전
I've now got the setup, I think.
꿰뚫려라.
Should stay 3 after this turn.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
The sinking should help us by a bit.
향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다.
Alright.
삶을 깨치기 위함이라.
Let's hope the abnormality is not too hard. Core and body lose 50% max HP. Oh, thank fuck. Alright. That's neutral. That's neutral. 311. 413. Okay. A 20% of damage dealt. It's Bash? Would she... Oh. She's actually the best one to use here. To defend, at least. I should probably focus on getting rid of those drones as best as I can, but the bull is just so annoying. Wait. I might have to reread something. I might be missing the point of one of his skills. Did that increase his stagger or mine? By 20% of the damage dealt. No, so it's mine. Okay, that's annoying. Can you... you're neutral with all of them. So the problem is you. You're one... So you have one that I can ignore, which is that one. I can't ignore that at the bare minimum. Would this be better? No, it's the same. That has a higher likelihood of just working, but... Oh wait. Normal. Normal, okay, we're fine. God, I hate this bull! I hate this bull! Let's get rid of that. Neutral. Is that the 1 coin one? It is. You know what? Go. Oh wait, who's that attacking? Her. Okay, clash with that instead because it's too fast. She might get staggered, which is fine. Nope, she didn't get staggered, that's good. That bastard still has to be alive. No! Nice rolls. That bind should be pretty good next turn. No one's attacking her. What do these do? Sandy fixes zeros, unit seconds rotate. Turn burst. So go watch out for the yellow one. Man, can you take the hits? You can. Absolutely can take the hits. Alright. It sucks that I have to contest that, but well.
교전 시작합니다. 표적 확인. 표적 무력화.
Stun! Oh my god, he's stunned! Okay. I need to hit him. 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 Wait, can you burst? You can't burst this round. That is fine.
She could take a hit. Weird.
Oh, bad roll.
Yes! What the f...
Now stagger.
두렵진 않네요.
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
두렵진 않네요.
Oh my god!
겨우 다 처리했네.
The last of them. They're gonna make us.
하진 않겠지?
That's the last of them. They aren't gonna make us pay for the damages, are they?
한 방어였다.
I tried to report that it was an active self-defense. But,
내가
darling, did I ever tell you this? You really just so. How do I put it? You rock.
아무튼 그거
She doesn't want to lose her money. Money!
Not like you get paid. Wait, did I get paid?
빠름이 느리신 편이군요.
You're rather late to realize it. Something feels strange about this melody. Doesn't quite feel like the others before.
그런 느낌이 들어요.
Not sure if we have ever. Not sure if we've ever have that much experience in that department, but I guess there's the crowd around us shouting and yelling. What's up with these melodies? How did they show up in the middle of a nest? And how did they get more horrifying? And I've seen that one in the mirror dungeons a few times too. Never fought in a fight though. Come to think of it, what was the deal with those abnormalities in the mirror dungeon that didn't fight us?
우리가 본 건
Those were glimpses into abnormalities, mental spaces, and habitats
보금자리예요.
viewed through cracks in the mirror world.
굉장히 좁고 불안정한 길이요.
It's a chasm, incredibly narrow and unstable.
맞아요. 그래서 한정된 상호작용만.
Indeed, which only allowed for limited interaction. Get that! All I want to know is why are these so tough? They are as nasty as that one we faced on the railway. They're as nasty as what we faced on the railway. That certainly is true.
환상체에게서 떨어지는 이 기분 나쁜 액체는
Besides,
뭐죠?
what is this sickening fluid dripping from them?
As soon as pointed out, the anomalies here were clearly different from what we've encountered before. It oozes a mysterious liquid with a blue glint.
성분을 검토할 시간은 없으니.
We have no time to analyze its constituents, so we should be careful not to come in contact with it.
알아. 굳이 묻히면서 다닐 생각.
야,
Wait, these things eat bad food on the floor or what? It's like they've got rabies.
히스클리프 씨,
Ah, above you, Mr. Heathcliff. Heathcliff was knocked to the ground, unable to resist. Manager, it looks like you have your work cut out for you. Please remember that I gave you my expostulation, executive manager. Oh man, prepare for battle. Figured it would come to this. I've come so far to be afraid of pulling the sinners back to life. Let's beat him and head back. He is getting too used to them dying. Is the problem now?
이 정도면 혼자인데.
I wonder if there's gonna be a challenge to not let them die at some point.
교신 끝.
God, this cancer is so long. This will be the last one, and then I'll continue it tomorrow.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
At least by doing this, I could purposely use what's his name? Effect. I always use his effect correctly as long as I'm paying attention. There you go.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
I don't care if you're bleed resistant, fucking die!
표적 확인.
When taking damage from bleed, reduce that damage by 20%. Yeah, they don't take as much bleed damage. Oh no! Anyways, let me just fucking hit you hard. I didn't think about it, but you're saying actually might be a really good fucking identity because of the fact that I can manually do his bullshit. Whereas usually you would probably be using him with
피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않는 법.
orders.
가릴 것 없이
My voice is already starting to get strained, so maybe I should quit it for tonight. I should really continue doing 4-hour streams though.